What if you could face life's challenges with unshakable confidence? Imagine bouncing back from setbacks faster, staying calm in chaos, and finding clarity even in the toughest decisions. Sounds like a superpower, right? Well, it's not. It's Stoicism, a 2,000-year-old philosophy built on practical wisdom that's as relevant today as it was in ancient Rome. Here's the truth. Life will test you. Whether it's relationships, work, or personal struggles, obstacles are inevitable. But how you respond to them, that's where growth happens. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic Roman emperor, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Stoicism is all about reclaiming that power, leveling up your mindset so life's challenges don't break you but build you instead. In this video, I'll share 11 actionable Stoic strategies that will help you not just survive, but thrive in every area of your life. These aren't abstract ideas, they're practical tools you can use right now to build resilience, make better decisions, and live with greater purpose. So if you're ready to take control of your emotions, sharpen your focus, and create a life of meaning, stick with me. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this journey with someone who needs a reset. Let's dig into these ancient lessons and see how they can help us crush modern challenges. Ready to level up? Let's get started. Focus on what you can control. Life can feel overwhelming when you're constantly worrying about things you can't change. Traffic, the opinions of others, or even the weather can consume your energy if you let it. But the first and most essential lesson from Stoicism is simple: focus only on what you can control. Epictetus famously said, "Some things are up to us and some things are not. Our opinions, desires, and actions are our own. Everything else is not." Think of your energy like a bank account. Every time you stress over something outside your control, you're making a withdrawal. But when you direct your energy toward your own thoughts, actions, and choices, you're making an investment in your growth. For example, if someone criticizes you unfairly, you can't control their words, but you can control your reaction. Will you let it ruin your day, or will you use it as an opportunity to practice patience and self-mastery? Here's a practical tip. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, let it go. Redirect your focus to something productive. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By focusing on what you can control, you'll stop wasting energy on the uncontrollable and create space for clarity, calm, and real progress. This shift alone can elevate how you approach life's challenges and keep you grounded in any storm. 2. Embrace discomfort as growth. Most people shy away from discomfort, but Stoicism teaches us that challenges are not roadblocks, they're stepping stones. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." The truth is, every time you face discomfort head-on, you're training yourself to be stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to handle life's uncertainties. Think about it. The most meaningful growth often comes from situations that stretch you beyond your comfort zone. Whether it's learning a new skill, overcoming a fear, or having a tough conversation, discomfort is where transformation happens. The Stoics didn't just tolerate challenges, they welcomed them. Marcus Aurelius encouraged this mindset, saying, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The key is to reframe discomfort. Instead of seeing it as something to avoid, view it as an opportunity to grow. For example, if you're nervous about public speaking, consider how facing that fear will make you more confident and capable in the future. Or if you're struggling through a difficult project, remind yourself that persistence is sharpening your discipline and focus. Here's a practical exercise. Every day, intentionally do one thing that's slightly uncomfortable. It could be as simple as taking a cold shower, starting a hard conversation, or pushing yourself a bit further in your workout. Each time you embrace discomfort, you're leveling up your resilience and preparing yourself for bigger challenges ahead. Growth thrives where comfort ends. Step into it. Practice negative visualization. Imagine losing something you deeply value, your job, your health, or even a loved one. Sounds uncomfortable, doesn't it? Yet the Stoics believed that regularly reflecting on worst-case scenarios could lead to greater appreciation and resilience. This practice, known as negative visualization, isn't about pessimism. It's about preparing your mind to face life's uncertainties with strength and gratitude. Seneca advised, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." By visualizing potential losses, you're not inviting misfortune, you're training yourself to cope if it happens. More importantly, you're teaching yourself to treasure what you already have. For instance, consider your morning routine, the warmth of your coffee, the comfort of your home, the presence of loved ones. Now imagine if these were suddenly taken away. Doesn't that shift how you view them? Negative visualization also reduces the sting of unexpected setbacks. If you've mentally rehearsed the possibility of a challenge, whether it's a failed project or an argument with a friend, you're less likely to be blindsided. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This isn't morbid, it's empowering. It reminds us that life is fragile and every moment is precious. Try this. Take 5 minutes daily to reflect on something you value and imagine its absence. Let this exercise deepen your gratitude and strengthen your ability to face loss with grace. By embracing this Stoic practice, you'll learn to savor the present and navigate life's challenges with greater composure. 4. Detach from the outcome. One of the biggest sources of stress and frustration in life is our attachment to results. Whether it's acing a job interview, winning someone's approval, or achieving a personal goal, we often tie our happiness to the outcome. But Stoicism teaches us that while we can control our actions, we can't control the results. Epictetus put it best, "Do your best, and then leave the rest to the gods." Detachment doesn't mean apathy. It means focusing on what you can control, your effort, preparation, and attitude. For example, if you're preparing for an important exam, you can study diligently, get enough rest, and approach it with a clear mind. But the final grade? That's influenced by factors beyond your control, like the difficulty of the test or even the mood of the examiner. Worrying about the outcome only drains your energy and clouds your focus. This mindset is freeing. When you detach from the result, you're able to give your full attention to the present moment. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By letting go of the need to control everything, you're less likely to experience disappointment and more likely to find peace in the process. Here's a practical exercise. The next time you're working towards something important, ask yourself, "Have I done my part?" If the answer is yes, release your grip on the outcome and trust that you've done enough. This mindset transforms pressure into purpose, helping you stay grounded no matter the result. 5. Control your inner dialogue. The conversations you have with yourself shape how you see the world and how you respond to it. If your inner dialogue is filled with negativity, fear, or doubt, those thoughts can spiral into anxiety or anger. The Stoics understood that mastering your inner voice is essential for mastering your emotions. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about it. When something goes wrong, what's your first thought? If it's self-critical or panicked, you're feeding the emotional fire. Imagine getting critical feedback at work. Your inner dialogue might jump to, "I'm not good enough," or "This isn't fair." These thoughts add unnecessary weight to the situation, pulling you down. But what if you paused and reframed it? Instead, you might think, This feedback is a chance to improve, or I can handle this. Stoicism teaches that your perception, not the event itself, determines how you feel. By consciously choosing your inner dialogue, you can remain calm and focused, even under pressure. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your words, especially the ones you say to yourself, hold incredible power. Try this. The next time you catch yourself spiraling into negativity, pause and replace those thoughts with empowering ones. Remind yourself of your strength and ability to adapt. By controlling your inner dialogue, you'll find that obstacles shrink and your confidence grows. 6. See obstacles as opportunities. Life is full of challenges, but what if you could reframe them as stepping stones instead of stumbling blocks? The Stoics believed that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very thing blocking your path might be what helps you progress. When faced with difficulty, most people focus on the frustration or unfairness of the situation. But this mindset only deepens the struggle. The Stoic approach is to step back and ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? For instance, losing a job might feel devastating at first, but it could push you to discover a new career path that aligns better with your passions. A failed relationship might teach you valuable lessons about boundaries and communication. The key is to stop seeing obstacles as purely negative. Instead, view them as training for the mind and soul. Epictetus advised, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." Every challenge is a test of your patience, creativity, and resilience. Here's a practical exercise. The next time you face a setback, write down 3 potential benefits or lessons it could offer. This small shift in perspective transforms frustration into fuel for growth. With this mindset, you'll see that obstacles aren't in your way. They are the way forward. 7. Master the art of acceptance. One of the hardest truths in life is that some things are simply beyond our control. The Stoics understood this deeply and taught that peace comes from accepting reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." Learning to accept what you cannot change is a powerful step toward living with freedom and clarity. Imagine losing an opportunity you worked hard for. The initial frustration might tempt you to dwell on what could have been or blame external factors. But does that change the outcome? Stoicism teaches us to move forward by acknowledging what has happened and redirecting our energy to what we can influence. Acceptance doesn't mean apathy. It means recognizing reality without resistance so you can act more effectively. A practical example is dealing with someone's behavior. You can't control how they act, but you can control your response. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This mindset frees you from the mental tug-of-war of wishing things were different. Here's a simple exercise. When you feel resistance to something you can't change, pause and say, "This is beyond my control. I will focus on what I can do now." Practice this often, and you'll notice how much lighter and more focused you feel. Acceptance isn't giving up, it's stepping up to face life as it truly is. 8. Prioritize your core values. Life is full of distractions pulling you in different directions. Work demands, social expectations, and even the endless scroll of social media. But Stoicism teaches us to filter out the noise and focus on what truly matters, living in alignment with our core values. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Your values are your compass, guiding you through life's chaos with integrity and purpose. Here's a practical tip. Write down your top 3 values and keep them visible. When faced with a tough decision, ask yourself, does this align with my values? Let this guide your actions, and you'll find greater clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. By living true to your core, you'll navigate life with authenticity and confidence. 9. Reflect daily to refine yourself. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It requires consistent reflection. The Stoics practiced daily self-examination to evaluate their actions, thoughts, and intentions. This habit wasn't about self-criticism, but self-improvement. Seneca urged, each day we should call ourselves to account. What bad habit have I cured today? What fault have I resisted? In what respect am I better? By reflecting regularly, you gain clarity on your progress and uncover areas where you can improve. Think of your day as a canvas. At the end of each day, reflection allows you to step back and assess your work. Did you act according to your values? Did you handle challenges with patience? Or did you let distractions or emotions steer you off course? For instance, if you lost your temper in a stressful situation, reflecting on it helps you understand why and how you can respond better next time. Try this simple exercise. Each evening, spend 5 minutes asking yourself 3 questions. What did I do well today? What could I have done better? What will I focus on tomorrow? This practice, over time, sharpens your awareness and keeps you on the path to becoming your best self. Practice gratitude daily. The Stoics understood that gratitude is a powerful antidote to discontentment. In a world where it's easy to focus on what's missing or going wrong, practicing gratitude shifts your perspective to what you already have. Seneca wrote, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart." Gratitude doesn't just make you feel good, it cultivates resilience and reminds you of the abundance in your life, even during tough times. Many of us get caught in the trap of chasing more success, more possessions, more recognition, believing it will make us happier. But Stoicism teaches that true contentment comes not from having more, but from appreciating what you already have. Marcus Aurelius encouraged this mindset, saying, "Do not think that what you do not have is less than what you do have. Reflect on what you already have and be thankful for it." To integrate gratitude into your daily life, start small. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as a good meal, a supportive friend, or even the breath in your lungs. The more you focus on these small blessings, the more you'll recognize how much you already have to be thankful for. Gratitude not only strengthens your mindset, but also deepens your connections with others. By appreciating what life has given you, you can approach challenges with a calmer and more grounded perspective. Gratitude, after all, is the foundation of a fulfilled and resilient life. 11. Remember the bigger picture. Life's daily frustrations can feel overwhelming. An argument, a missed deadline, or an unexpected setback can consume your thoughts. But the Stoics teach us to zoom out and remember the bigger picture. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Think of yourself as part of the whole. Life is brief, and our time is fleeting. Keep that in mind as you act, and let it bring you peace." When you step back and view your struggles in the context of life's vastness, they suddenly lose much of their weight. Imagine looking at the Earth from space. From that perspective, the problems that seem so monumental shrink to insignificance. Stoicism encourages us to adopt a similar mental perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter a week from now? A year from now? Most of the time, the answer is no. This doesn't mean dismissing your challenges, but recognizing that they're a temporary part of a much larger journey. This mindset also helps you prioritize what truly matters. Instead of obsessing over minor inconveniences or fleeting concerns, focus on living with purpose, acting with kindness, and making a meaningful impact. Seneca advised, "Life is long enough if you know how to use it. Remembering the bigger picture helps you spend your time and energy wisely. Here's a simple exercise. When you feel stressed or overwhelmed, pause and visualize your life as a whole. How does this moment fit into the grand scheme? By keeping the bigger picture in focus, you'll find clarity, calm, and renewed purpose in your daily life. 12. Act. Don't overthink. Overthinking can paralyze even the most capable among us. You analyze, second-guess, and hesitate, fearing the possibility of failure or imperfection. But Stoicism emphasizes the importance of taking decisive action. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In other words, stop over-analyzing and start doing, because action is where progress happens. Overthinking often stems from fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown. But the Stoics remind us that mistakes are not failures. They're opportunities to learn and grow. Epictetus advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Thinking is important, but too much of it can lead to inaction and missed opportunities. When you catch yourself trapped in a loop of endless deliberation, pause and simplify the situation. Ask yourself, what's the next small step I can take right now? By focusing on immediate action, you break free from analysis paralysis and start moving forward. Whether it's starting a project, having a difficult conversation, or trying something new, imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction. Here's the takeaway. Clarity often comes through doing, not thinking. By embracing action, you not only make progress, but also build confidence and resilience along the way. Stop overthinking and start living, because the only way to level up is to move forward, one step at a time. Take the Stoic path to a better life. Life is unpredictable, challenging, and often unfair, but that's exactly why Stoicism remains so powerful. It's a timeless philosophy that teaches us not just to endure life's struggles, but to use them as fuel for growth. Marcus Aurelius said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." These words remind us that every moment is precious, and every action is an opportunity to live with purpose. The 11 Stoic strategies we explored today are more than just ideas. They're tools for transformation. From focusing on what you can control, to embracing discomfort, practicing gratitude, and seeing obstacles as opportunities. Each strategy helps you take a step toward a calmer, more resilient, and fulfilled version of yourself. Imagine living a life where external events no longer dictate your inner peace, where challenges become lessons, and where you face each day with clarity and confidence. That's what Stoicism offers. But remember, change doesn't come from simply knowing these strategies. It comes from living them. Start small, reflect daily, practice gratitude, and remind yourself to let go of what's beyond your control. Over time, these practices will reshape your mindset and elevate your life. If you're ready to apply these lessons and take control of your journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a boost. Together, we can grow, reflect, and live with intention. Life is short, but with Stoicism, it can be meaningful and powerful. Let's take that path, one step at a time. See you next time.